Hi everyone, Katie here. Welcome back to another layout video. Today I have a few more pictures from my trip to Peru. This is when we went up to the city of Puno, which is up by Lake Titicaca, in a much higher elevation than we had ever been before. And we had this really neat hotel room that had a balcony that overlooked this plaza, and it was just really pretty. And excuse me, I took quite a few pictures and I wanted to document them. Now, I have 7 photos, which is a whole lot, and usually like way more than I like to scrapbook, but I feel like this was such a once in a lifetime thing that I'm going for it. I'm doing all my photos. All the ones I printed, I had some restraint when I printed. But now that they're printed, I want to use them. So I put 3 of them next to each other because as I took the photos, it was kind of from the left, the middle, and the right. One set was at nighttime, one set was mostly in the daytime, so that's how they're, stacked up on top of each other. Now, to get it started, I did use 2 very thin sheets of white paper. I knew I wanted to build on top of it, so that's why I just chose, very flimsy paper. In hindsight, I might have chosen a medium quality rather than this, super low quality, but you know what? It works. And it's all going in a page protector, so it's totally fine. And then I have this kind of chevron print. This is from a Project Life pack that I picked up at Tuesday morning. Excuse me, I thought I was going to maybe use more paper than I end up using, but I really like how it turns out, so it all works out. I've got 2 4-inch sections going across the full 24 inches up at the top. Excuse me. And then I have 2 6 by 4 inch sections there that kind of connect at the bottom. So I used one full, 12 by 12 sheet of paper. And then of course you can see how I'm spacing out my photos so they're pretty close together, but not quite right on top of each other. And now, it does take me a little bit to figure out, what I want to do. I thought I might want to take a big, washi tape and do a line there across the middle. I don't end up doing that. Instead, I decide to pull out my sequins. Now, I have some Spiegel Mom Scraps sequins. The ones that I choose are called Lost in the Pages. I've used this quite a bit, so I don't really have that much, and I'm actually going to use it all up here on this layout. And then I also have this little tin that has pink sequins and clear kind of iridescent sequins. This came from the clearance section at Tuesday morning. I have no idea, what it's called or where, what brand or anything. But I use some Elmer's glue, which, it's just Elmer's school glue. I know that there are many, scrapbook, adhesive, liquid glues that I'm sure everyone thinks are better than Elmer's. However, I have, already at my house, this Elmer's glue in a large bottle. It's non-toxic and it works. So while I have this, that's what I'm gonna keep using. And that's also what's in my little needle nose bottle as well. And I won't say that my sequins always stick perfectly, again, I'm sure there are better glues out there that I could be using, but none quite as inexpensive as Elmer's and none right at my fingertips at the moment either. So I kind of mix in my Lost in the Pages with my, kind of clear sequins and put them down as, a line in between the kind of daytime pictures and the nighttime pictures. And I really like how this looks. I love the colors. It's mostly like greens, yellows, blues, and then the clear sequins that I add in there. And I think that coordinates pretty well with my chevron paper. And then I think it coordinates pretty well with the color study collection pieces that I'm going to add later. So as you can see there, I dumped the last bit of my Lost in the Pages sequin mix out. I must say, I am amazed at how far these sequin mixes go. You think, okay, this is just a tiny envelope and I'm going to use this in a second, but you really don't. I've had it for a few months, and the Lost in the Pages is definitely the ones that I have used the most, and I'm only just now running out of it after I do, a full 24 inches of, very concentrated sequence. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. I like it. And also, what a great excuse to get some more. Am I right? So I'm also using a little jewel picker. It has a wax tip on one end and like a kind of a pokey tip on the other end. This is very helpful with sequins. This is the only tool, that and my fingers are the only things that I use with sequins. It really picks up the sequins well, and then you can kind of adjust them around with a little pokey tool. Mine just came from Amazon, and I really like it because it's got little crystals in it, and it's pretty. So that definitely helps. It was also a 2-pack, so in case I break it or feel the need to share or, whatever, I'm set. Now I'm thinking about my one photo here of my husband that isn't quite laid down yet. And after I used the sequin mix, I'm like, okay, yes, I have to use my Color Study washi tape. So that's what I pull out, is just a couple of those. I end up only using the one that has all the, colorful lines on it. And I'm laying it down so that it kind of becomes a photo mat. I did not use any, traditional photo mats on this page, but I think the way that I've done things highlights the photos in the way that the mats would. It also takes up more space on that side, which I'm sorry you can't see. The big double layout is tough to see through my camera. I apologize. But I think it takes up enough space so that it doesn't look blank or bare over there on one side. Now, I have one of the ephemera sets from the Color Study collection, Vicki Boutin's Color Study collection. I wanted both of them. Unfortunately, it's sold out. This is a very popular collection. I really like it. I know a ton of other people like it too. So I only have the one set, but I pull out this, it almost reminds me of like a Venn diagram where the color swatches are overlapping. It says the wow factor. And I thought, you know what, how appropriate, because really that's exactly what I was thinking when I stepped out on this balcony in this amazing city that's in the middle of the Andes, and it's just like, wow, I couldn't stop taking pictures. That's why I ended up printing 7. I have so many more too that I didn't even print. So that's what I kind of consider my title. And then underneath I did use one of the little, it looks like a pencil or a colored pencil. It says, making the world more colorful. I thought that was appropriate for the, the vibes I got while I was there. Now in this other section, I do want to put the name of the hotel. So I have a little geotag. It's like a silver geotag sticker, which is really tough to see right now, but I promise it is there. And then I have these teeny tiny little tile stickers from Damask Love. They were intended to be planner stickers, and I actually got them on clearance at Office Depot, of all places. So they are fantastic. And they're like, 20 of each letter, which is amazing. And then it was Hotel Hacienda Plaza is where we stayed. It was fantastic. If you're ever in Puno, Peru, go there. It was beautiful. And I got out like all my Color Study bits. I have the stamps out. I have the little sticker book, and I'm peeling off a few things from the sticker book there to just add a few extra embellishments. I'm going through my ephemera again, and there's just so much to choose from. It's hard to make that decision. But, first world problems, am I right? Then I do choose 2 of these little color wheels. I think they just add more color. I think they're pretty. They kind of go with the vibes of the sequins. So I go for it. And I add another little sticker. It says, yay. And one of the kind of metallic ones as well, just to kind of fill out that embellishment cluster. Now, I like what I've done, but I know I need more. Of course, journaling is something that I'm always going to do on my layouts, and especially for this particular album, because there is just so much that I have to say about this experience. It was phenomenal. So I'm doing my little journal lines. You can see I am all about the school supplies because I am using some fine point Crayola markers to make my journaling lines, as well as my awesome Thickers ruler that I really like how many, I guess, grid marks are on it. It makes it really easy to, make a straight line. So I have a bunch of lines, and I'm talking about our hotel in Puno. It was amazing. The balcony was so cool. We did make the mistake of taking stairs, which at such a high altitude really can affect you. We both were huffing and puffing by the time that we got up to our room. Where we live in Kentucky, it's a nominal distance above sea level. So then going somewhere that's almost 13,000 feet above sea level, there really is a difference. The air really is thinner up there. But, we adjusted. It took a little bit of time. Everyone made sure to tell us, walk slow, please don't run. They knew how to take care of us, even if we didn't. So, we eventually got used to it. It didn't take too long. But we really enjoyed the views both day and night. We noticed the major temperature change between day and night. And it was just a fantastic place and a great, still this was just the start of our trip. So I've got quite a bit of journaling over there. I'm happy with that, but I've got that blank space up there in the top right corner, which I don't love. So I'm pulling out my ephemera. I like the idea of the little camera, that's cute, but it's a lot of green. I got a lot of green going on, which I like green, but that was a lot. So thankfully there was this nice black, like Polaroid style camera that I found. And I decided to stick that down and then get out a few of the stickers from the sticker book. Now this one that I choose, it's like, it's almost like washi tape feel. And it says life captured, which I thought was appropriate to go with the camera. And I pull out a few more. One says do your thing, smile a lot, a little heart, and another little dot. And that'll finish up my layout. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.